When students walked out of their schools on March 13th, they didn't know that would be the end of traditional classroom learning for the year. Today, the announcement parents, students, and teachers were waiting on. The governor saying they will not be going back to the classroom and distance learning will continue through the end of the academic year. The governor said safely reopening schools now would be nearly impossible.
How do you operate a school that's socially distanced, with masks, without gatherings, with a public transportation system that has a lower number of students on it? How would you get that plan up and running? We don't think it's possible to do that in a way that would keep our children and students and educators safe. So any decisions on summer schools will be made by the end of this month. But in the meantime, meal programs will continue. The child care services for essential workers will continue.
A decision on the next phase of New York pause will be announced in 2 weeks. Local teachers and parents were sitting at their computers and at their TV screens several minutes before the governor even began his daily address. Would schools resume or stay closed? Either decision would carry challenges and potential consequences, risk of sickness or missed milestones. News Channel 2's Jolene Ferris live outside Deerfield School tonight with more from those parents and students. Jolene, good evening.
Thank you, Kristen. If school resumed, there would have been worry about catching and spreading the virus. Now that we know they're not coming back this academic year, there's disappointment and missed memories. Julie Dutcher's son, Jordan, a Whitesboro student, is one of hundreds of local students to have the end of senior year erased by a ruthless virus. When they walked out of their high school back in March, they didn't know it was for the last time.
For my son, yes, it's disappointing, and they had no closure. Expecting schools to reopen, they thought they would have that closure, and after today's announcement, there will be no closure, and we're still wondering if graduation will even be held.
Dutcher understands the decision, but in addition to robbing her son of a huge milestone, it throws others into uncertainty.
We have the place booked for June, and we don't know, we haven't heard if it's going to be canceled or not, and we don't know if we should send out invitations. And so we're at a standstill with that. We're wondering if it's going to be a drive-by graduation, beeping the horns and saying goodbye through the car windows.
Sad because I can't see my friends and teachers anymore.
Similarly, Charlie Golden, a fifth grader in the Oriskany School District, had no idea when he left school back in March that he would return a sixth grader. His mom, a teacher assistant at the school, misses his friends too.
I miss their faces every day. It's when I'm in kindergarten, and when you get the hugs and the kisses and just the affection that you get from these kids every day.
And this partly illustrates why, although Golden misses her kids and routine, she says she understands the decision not to return. The governor says he'll have a decision on summer school by the end of the month.